Saint Agnes, a maiden of but 12 years, yet strong in the faith of Christ, was in the days of Diocletian accused for confessing Christ's name. Being fair of countenance, many sought her hand, yet she refused all, saying she had chosen Christ for her bridegroom. For this, the tyrants judged her to shameful abuse, thinking by dishonor to break her constancy. But the Lord preserved her undefiled, and all that looked upon her were struck with fear. Enraged that so young a virgin should stand unshaken, they cast her into the fire, which harmed her not, whereupon they pierced her through with the sword. Thus fell this pure Lamb of Christ, whose innocence confounded the cruelty of her judges, and whose blood witnessed that the weakest in body may be strongest in the faith. Anno Domini 304.
Welcome to Flannel.
Welcome to
Wonder Bread.
I'm also going to edit your shirt so it is green.
Paul said, "Your shirt is also a shade of green." And I said, "Aren't you colorblind?" He said, "No, I own a painting company."
Yeah. So, I mean, looking at it with better lighting, because it was dark out there,
Yeah.
it is definitely way more gray.
I told you.
But there is still some green in it.
Yeah. Well,
A little bit.
probably when you're seeing this, dear listener and viewer, I'm just going to be completely bright green.
Yep.
Like my whole body.
Even your face.
So, welcome to Martyr's Row.
Perks of being an editor.
Paul, have you ever heard of the Mandaeans?
The Mandaeans?
Yeah, Mandaeans.
I've heard of the Mandela effect. Are they like his followers?
No.
Okay.
Mandaeans. Mandaeans.
Okay.
Mandaeans. Kind of hard to say.
Yeah, it is.
Mandae. Oh, you're buying a lot of vowels.
But like to
actually
buy a
not
vowel.
really. If you
This
just need
is
an
just
A and
two
an E.
over and over and over.
Yeah. Over and over and over again.
And over and over and over.
So, you want to guess who the Mandaeans are? I guess you just did.
Yeah, I did.
You want to do it again?
The other thing I think about is like macadamian.
Okay.
So it's like
Which is close to Maccabee.
Yeah. Is that who they are?
No.
Oh. I thought that was like a nice hint.
Are you onto something?
The Mandaeans.
You're not.
No, I'm not. I'm just thinking of words that sound similar to it.
To be honest, I don't really know where the name comes from,
Okay.
but I don't really need to know.
So I... Because you have the answer.
No, I don't think I have the answer, actually.
Well, I mean, it's like the rest of it.
Oh, I know who the Mandaeans are.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Okay, so the Mandaeans...
My guess was the followers of Mandela and macadamia nuts.
No, your guess was the followers of the Mandela effect.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Which actually has a pretty big following, I think.
Yeah, I think most people in the world.
Yeah. Do most people believe in the Mandela effect?
I don't think so. That's like a rabbit hole where it's like, wait, what is it? Oh, maybe I do. I don't really know.
Yeah.
I think the people that don't think that it could be real are people who haven't heard of it or
That's fair.
have heard it, don't know what it is, and have
And don't
waited
care.
too long to ask.
Yeah.
That's always the worst. It's like, I'm too far into this to
It's
even ask the question.
Way behind. Yeah.
If I ask now, I'm going to look like
That's
a
like
big...
that window of time when you meet someone new
Yeah.
and you can't remember their name. But you're like, I've talked to you now for too long to ask you again.
Yeah. That's why a lot of times, especially at church, I'll just be like, "Hey, Steven." Like,
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
just introduce myself. Like, the first, 5, 6, or 7, until the person is like, "Hey, Steven."
Oh, that's cool.
Like, I'll just kind of do that because I'm like, I don't expect you to remember my name.
yeah. Yeah.
Like, that's such an arrogant thing.
You don't know who I am?
You don't know me? Have you not
That's good.
seen my name tag? Like, all my shirts have it stitched in.
That's actually kind of cool.
It would be cool.
That would be cool.
And then I would just be like a mechanic.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I
You
just
just
wear my
walk around in that
mechanic garb,
Yeah,
my onesie.
it's kind of a vibe.
Yeah. What is it like? Probably a Dickies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they make the rugged stuff.
The onesies.
The onesies,
Mandaeans.
adult
The
onesies.
Mandaeans. The
Yep.
Mandaeans are people who wear adult onesies.
You've seen them under your car often.
I keep finding these people with adult onesies under my car.
Those are the Mandaeans.
Don't ask them about the Mandela effect. But they're always eating macadamia nuts.
And they're going on and on about Fruit of the Loom.
Was it a cornucopia or was it not?
There was.
Okay, Seinfeld.
All right. What's the deal with the cornucopia?
All right, so the
All right,
Mandaeans. This is just our rabbit hole. All right, so the Mandaeans are actually the followers of John the Baptist.
I would never have
I
gotten
know.
that.
There's no reason why
Is that
you
like a
wouldn't.
nickname that he...
I don't know. I think it has something to do with the language.
Okay.
But they are they preserve a Gnostic tradition that reveres John the Baptist as their central prophet.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so like,
Yeah.
because I actually did wonder.
Well, I guess we kind of do see that in Scripture, where we do see people like, oh, I follow John the Baptist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he has his own apostles. Like
Yeah.
he has his own disciples. That's the word.
Yeah.
So he has his own disciples. In fact, a couple of the disciples of Jesus were disciples of John.
Interesting. So they would be called Mandaeans.
Not anymore.
Oh.
They'd be called Christians.
Well, now, yeah. But then.
But the ones who stayed, a lot of them are Mandaeans.
Okay.
Mandaeans.
And they are mechanics.
Yes. They wear adult onesies.
They wear adult onesies.
With like the hood attached. But their origins, they likely arose in Mesopotamia during the first few centuries after Christ. Their sacred texts were written in Mandaic. That's where it comes from.
Oh, so they got their own name.
It's a dialect of Aramaic.
That
Mandaic, Aramaic.
Actually, that makes sense. It rhymes.
Yeah. So that's where that name comes from.
Okay.
They're one of the last surviving Gnostic groups from antiquity. Their main beliefs are dualism. They see the world as a struggle between light and darkness. So good, the spiritual realm, and then evil, the material realm. So they see it as like a battle between light and dark, but light being the spiritual space and dark being the physical space.
Which is a very like Eastern view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and is like kind of close to Christianity and Judaism, but not.
Yeah.
They worship a supreme, formless God of light, sometimes called, I'm not going to say that, the Great Life. The Great Life is what the English translation is. And John the Baptist, they view him as their greatest teacher and prophet. Jesus, however, they reject Jesus, often regarding him negatively as someone who distorted John's message. Yeah, which is interesting.
It's interesting when John is the one who's like, yeah, this is him.
Yeah, and they're like,
nah he messed it up. We had a good thing going, John.
Yeah, exactly. But they're modern, it says modern situation. Population, once tens of thousands, but now greatly reduced, perhaps 60,000 to 100,000 worldwide due to persecution and displacement. That seems like a really high number. So currently there's...
I thought it was going to be like, there's like 10.
Right.
Yeah.
Or like there was 10, but they went extinct.
Yeah.
No, so like currently there's 60,000 to 100,000 people.
Wow.
Who are modern Mandaeans.
I would never have guessed that.
Really weird, right?
Yeah.
They mostly live in Iraq and Iran, but now many are refugees scattered across Europe, Australia, and North America. They're a fragile community trying to preserve their tradition while facing pressure from assimilation and loss of homeland. But the thing is, like, and we were kind of getting into that in the last episode with Israel. It's like, I'm not sure what the homeland they were.
There's like some stretch in the wilderness, and like, that's ours.
Yeah. Like where John the Baptist dwelt.
Those are my
wilderness.
locusts.
We've been raising these locusts for centuries.
Do they have like a diet like that, or they are allowed to eat like real food?
Oh yeah, I don't know.
That'd be interesting. There's
Yeah.
any Mandans watching. Do you just eat bugs and honey?
Yeah, I mean, so baptism is ritual immersions are central to Mandaean life, but unlike Christianity, baptism isn't once for all. It's repeated regularly for purification and spiritual renewal.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So they view that as their version of like a sacrifice, like Old Testament sacrifices.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, like purity and renewal is through baptism.
that's fascinating.
Which, if you think about it, and I was talking to somebody about this maybe today, I don't remember, but like the idea of like, okay, well, if Jesus says go and make disciples and baptize in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, John the Baptist was not doing that,
Right.
but he was baptizing people. But
Yeah.
who was baptizing people before?
Mm.
Like, we didn't really see baptism before John the Baptist.
Yeah, that's a good question. Like, where did that? Was that just like his original idea?
Well, think about the fact that so John the Baptist is the cousin of Jesus.
Yeah.
The son of Zachariah and Elizabeth.
Mm-hmm.
And Zachariah is a priest. He's a Levite in the temple.
Yeah.
And that's where the purification through water would come from, because they would have to get ritually clean and purified before
Okay, that
stepping
makes
into
sense.
their priestly duty.
Oh, interesting.
So like John the Baptist as a precursor, one, as Isaiah says, crying out in the wilderness, prepare the way of the Lord,
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
preemptively baptizing people,
Hmm.
not in the name of Christ, but preaching the Savior is to come,
Yeah.
right?
And he's doing that to prepare the way.
Yeah. So in some
Yeah.
ways he's like, which I haven't really dug too much into this, but like in some ways he is saying like, you need to be purified through
Yeah.
immersion in water
Yeah.
the way that the priests are.
Yeah. Which I guess that makes sense when you look at is Isaiah 66, where kind of opens that up for people.
Yeah.
As far as Christ is going to come and reclaim the nations, and those that aren't Levites are going to be acting in that place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a precursor to like what was about to happen. So it kind of set
That's
up,
cool. Yeah.
which makes sense. But
Hmm.
to Mandaeans, Jesus came to John the Baptist. The Mandaeans agree that Jesus approached John the Baptist, but in their telling, Jesus was not baptized in a way that gave him authority or divine approval. Instead, Jesus is sometimes portrayed as a false claimant who tried to steal John's teaching and baptism for himself. Jesus is often described in hostile terms, someone who twisted or corrupted John's baptism. They accused Jesus of taking John's pure right of light, repeated baptisms of purification, and turning it into a one-time Christian sacrament, which they view as a false innovation. Isn't that crazy?
Interesting.
So they were like, no, John's doing it. He was the first one to do it.
Yeah.
He was doing it right. Jesus distorted what John started.
That's really interesting.
But John is like, no, I'm doing this to prepare the way for the one to come.
Yeah.
So it's like that.
And they're like, no.
No.
That's not your message.
You're the one that got it right. But they kind of started after John the Baptist.
Okay.
I don't think there's an assumption that the Mandaeans were part of the disciples of John.
Okay. It was like a sect that grew after the fact.
It was a Gnostic group that grew out of like the teachings and the text that they had. So there's a Gnostic gospel of John the Baptist.
I did know about that.
It's in the first couple centuries.
Yeah.
So it's after John dies.
That's what I was going to say. I wonder if that was part of what kind of sparked curiosity for people.
Yeah.
To dive into like, okay, what was he teaching?
Yeah. Actually, their gospel says, the Gnostic gospel, the Ginza Rabbah, Jesus is often paired with figures of darkness and falsehood, not light. It says, quote, the son of the virgin was clothed in lies and fraud. He deceived and perverted the words of truth. That's crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah. Yeah. So they say John is the true revealer of light. Isn't that crazy?
That's interesting. It's funny because it's like the guy you're following said the opposite.
Yeah. Yeah. So, So the Mandaeans.
Wow. I didn't know they existed. And there's a lot of them.
At least 60,000.
Yeah.
That's crazy though, right?
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, so things that you didn't know existed that still exist that have been around for centuries.
Do you think they have they install a baptismal in their house? Or do they just kind of
Like a bathtub?
yeah. But like
Like, did they invent the bathtub?
like we got to keep baptizing.
I mean, their adult onesies come in handy when they're installing bathtubs into people's houses. You know what I mean?
No, like they have like a separate one. You know, like some people have like a room, like a shrine room or something like that.
Okay, yeah.
They have like a baptism room.
Yeah. Do you know people with shrine rooms?
I do. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Well,
The-
not really, because they're worshiping other gods. But
I mean, it's cool that you know them.
it's an interesting idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's cool that you know people.
Yeah. I have friends.
So the Mandaeans, yeah, about 2,000 years old. Like
Yeah.
they're pretty old people.
Send us a picture of your baptism room.
That would be crazy.
That would actually
If
be
any
kinda
actual Mandaean sees this or hears this for
Yeah.
any reason, please reach out. We would,
I would love to talk to them.
yeah, I
We
mean,
would both would. Yeah.
we would interview you. You'd be the first guest on.
That could
Martyr's
be pretty
Row.
cool.
Yeah, wild, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So shout out to the Mandaeans.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Could Eve speak snake? Did the story vent? Satan, my landlord, is this the end? What are you babbling on about, they say? The Hebrew men still light the way. Miss history carved in stone, truth or myth, I still want to know. Martyrs row, where the wild ones go. Welcome to Martyrs Row. Is who Satan or a ghost in the night? Are trees portals, a hiding light? Myth of the rainbow, promise or lie? Tea among the Leviathan under the sky. A miss history carved in stone, truth or myth, I still want to know. Martyrs Row, where the wild ones go. Welcome to Martyrs Row. Which angels go to hell? Which angels fly? Who is this Son of Man? Beyond the skies, beyond the skies. Why do we tremble when the trumpet rings? The return of Jesus, the King of Kings,
to Martyr's Row. Martyr's Row. Welcome to Martyr's Row. So, we've gotten to this topic of Israel,
Yes.
and Israel's cool.
Who?
Jacob?
What?
When?
When? How?
Wonder Bread?
Wonder Bread.
I was at Walmart this week, and I walked past the bread aisle, and I was like, I was this close to just buying you Wonder Bread.
That's amazing.
Um,
Did you notice on the thumbnail, I put a giant loaf of bread in the back?
oh, you did? I didn't notice that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a giant loaf of bread with a question mark on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think for some reason I thought it was like an old like clay castle or something.
Oh, that's funny. I actually like that because it's like you don't know what it is.
Yeah, I didn't look close
It's
enough.
just bread.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so if you don't know what we're talking about,
Wonder Bread.
continue listening to actually go from here to the episode before this.
Yeah.
Listen to that one because it will make this one make more sense.
Yeah. You should listen to the other one probably like 3 times
Yeah.
and then listen to this like 5 times.
3 or 4, yeah.
Yeah, at least.
Half speed, double speed, and then regular.
Yep, and then leave a comment.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us, hey, why did you suggest that?
And we'll tell you.
We
What's
will.
the right algorithm?
Well, I'll be waiting to respond.
Yeah, you're good with the responding.
Maybe. We'll see.
We'll see.
Time will tell. Yeah, so Israel, we talked about person or land,
Yeah.
right? Something like that?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that's exactly it.
and just kind of discussed through where did the name Israel come from? Like the one who wrestles with God. It's like, well, that actually happened. So that's like an event that took place that where that name came from. And then other things happen. And then Jacob finds himself after that event in Bethel, where his grandfather Abram had been in the same location, to then remove all of the other gods from his household, which is also what Abram did, and surrender everything and worship Yahweh. And in that moment also, again, his name gets changed by the Lord to Israel.
Mm-hmm.
So it happens twice. But one of the things that I love about that story with Jacob is that idea of it was like, and then Jacob went off by himself, and then he wrestled with a man.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait,
Yeah.
what?
What happened?
He's like, he went off by himself, and then for some reason there was a man there.
Which actually is kind of a funny idea.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's funny in the in how it's like, okay, so he's here by himself, and then one other dude just randomly shows up. He's like, I'm gonna fight him.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a total guy thing, which I think is hilarious.
But it also wasn't like
He's like, want to wrestle?
Jacob went off by himself, and then he saw a guy and was like, what are you doing here?
Yeah, we should fight.
He was like, it was just like, and then there was a guy that he wrestled all the way through the night.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute, what's happening here?
Yeah. Yeah.
So in talking about that, I think the discussion really kind of leads to this idea of like,
Do you think they took breaks in between?
I don't know.
They would do like 10-minute rounds, and then he's like, all right,
Let's take a breather.
let's take a little breather.
Yeah. Was there like a heavenly host watching?
Yeah.
It's like ding, ding, ding. I'm just thinking like the genie in Aladdin or something.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, there's like animals all
I want a
around
clean
there.
fight.
Yeah. Oh, it's the Holy Spirit's like, coming up out of
He's
it.
the ref.
Yeah. Yeah. So weird image.
But now it's ingrained.
But yeah, and so we kept going in the state of like, well, the land of Israel or the land of Canaan, right? That Abram actually leaves Mesopotamia to go inhabit, but then ends up in Egypt, comes back up, and everybody seems to find themselves in Egypt coming back up. It's like they keep overshooting it. They're going too far south.
Like, oh, I missed it.
Yeah.
Egypt again.
And they keep stopping in Bethel and then just swoop, now we're in Egypt.
Like, I thought this looked familiar.
Yeah. And Bethel is like modern day. We talked about that, like more modern day in like West Bank, like Gaza area.
Yeah.
So in the Second Temple era, it would have been like Sumeria,
Okay.
which is like the northern kingdom of Israel. But yeah, and then like the discussion of like, well, a lot of times I think, especially as Christians, we kind of go like, all right, well, it was the land of Canaan, and then it was Israel's land, and then the fall of Jerusalem in 70 AD, and then now we're here in 1948. Israel becomes a state, and it's like,
Yeah.
well, it was always Israel's land. It's like, well, not for the last 2,000 years, it wasn't.
Yeah.
And then 2,000 years before that, it also wasn't theirs. It was the Canaanites.
Yeah, it's true.
And we talked about like the Canaanites are
Not like one people group.
No, it was just
Yeah.
like the people that lived in the land of Canaan,
Yeah.
which is kind of like a lawless land.
Which, and even now that I think about that, it actually is an interesting idea going back even to Canaan.
Yeah.
The person,
Right.
Canaan. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of an interesting parallel there.
Oh, that was the other thing about the Mandaeans is that they find their origin back in Shem
Oh, really?
and the son of Noah, yeah, which would be the bloodline of Christ,
Yeah.
which does make sense because John the Baptist is the cousin of Jesus.
Yeah. So
And
he'd
his
be in
dad
that
was a
line,
Levite, so
Yeah.
he's in the line of David.
which is pretty cool.
It is cool.
It's cool.
It's
Yeah.
kind of interesting. But yeah, so then the discussion really is like, okay, well, for Christians, what does Israel mean now? Like, what relationship should we have with it? And then looking into, well, then going like, well, probably the best place to look is Jesus.
Yeah.
Like, okay, well, so what did Jesus, when Jesus was on the earth, what everybody wanted him to do was overthrow the Roman government and become the king and establish Jerusalem or Israel the way it was, right? Where there's no Roman rule. It's just like Israel, Jesus is the new David. And that was the idea, was like, now that we have a king, and the whole land is now established. That's what they wanted Jesus to do. He didn't do that.
Yeah.
So really, I think the question I have for you tonight is, what did Jesus actually do on the earth? What did Jesus accomplish on the earth?
Yeah.
Like, what did he do while he was here? What did he accomplish?
Well, he'd wake up at 7:30.
He would brush his teeth with his finger. And then he would walk 70 miles to get to fish.
And then he would eat the fish.
And go, yum, 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 to my tum, tum, tum.
Time for walk. Hey, Daddy-o, where are we going today?
Hey, jump in the boat.
He's like, dude, you're like 10 hours late for work. I needed to fish, Daddy. We're going to get crucified for that joke.
Well, let's be crucified with him.
I've been crucified with Christ.
For that joke I told.
That's funny.
But yeah,
Actually, this is a total tangent.
Okay,
but
that's been the whole show so far.
Yeah, it's true. But I do think it's funny. I would love, after you go through the whole judgment thing, and he's like,
Okay.
all right, you're in. I'm like, oh, thank God. But I'm like, okay, like, which jokes did you think were funny, though? Like, I want to know, it's like, did I, in anything I prayed, said, thought, did I make God laugh? Like, did you get a good chuckle out of something?
I don't know why, but I feel like very like, oh, that's a really sweet thing to like. God, did I make you laugh?
Did you were you mad? Like, do you think it was funny?
Did I ever do anything that made you laugh? Did I just get you to chuckle
like
once?
One joke? Did you like maybe a little curl on the?
He's like, oh, my son.
He's like, you were not funny.
I laughed the whole time.
At you. No.
Don't worry, the Father didn't see it. Because he sees you through me.
And you're not funny?
So I edited out all the jokes.
He's like, but there was one that was not bad.
I rearranged it, and the Seraphim love it.
They won't stop telling it.
They keep telling it over and over and over and over again. They just have so many eyes.
Yeah, you go there and the seraphim like, You the guy? Like, yeah.
You the guy?
This is the guy.
This is the Wonder Bread guy.
This is Wonder Bread.
Hey, Wonder Bread.
They give you a nickname in heaven. It's
Yeah.
Wonder Bread.
That would be awesome.
That would be cool.
That would be the best. So, what did Jesus actually do on the earth?
Well, I think it's what's interesting.
Because he did a lot. The thing is
Yes.
he did a lot, but he didn't do anything that people wanted him to do.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
But he had to have accomplished stuff on the earth.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like that, and that's kind of the fallacy and the thing that we mistake all the time is like,
Yeah.
well, Jesus just needed to be here so that he could die. It's like, well, no, he did stuff while he was here.
Yeah, it wasn't like he just kind of like, hey.
No, and that stuff was critical. Hey, more fish today.
You guys want some fish? Found this kid who had a fish.
He only got like 10.
Yeah.
I can turn it into 5,000. Watch this.
I got lunch tomorrow, the day after.
Hey, bring your baskets.
Yeah, just water's good for me. Nice.
I'm fasting. No fish for me today, Jesus.
And now.
Jesus is like, yo, dude, don't fast while the groom is here.
That's a Chardonnay.
All right. So,
but
Paul.
anyway, well, no. So, to one thing to address what you just said is like I think it's easier for us to look at the life of Christ and be like, oh, he just ate fish, and, where it's like, oh, his life was to be a sacrifice. And
Oh,
like,
right.
That's it. That's what he did.
Sorry, I'm just falling over.
You're good.
Yeah. Like
And so-
he came to be the lamb that was slain,
Yeah.
which is true.
And then I
But-
think we look at his life and it's like, I think we oversimplify it a lot of times, where it's like, oh yeah, he went against what other people expected of him.
Right.
It's like, oh, he's gonna topple the Roman government. It's like, well, he didn't do that.
Right.
And they're like, well, what did he do? Well, he like taught everyone that's like we should love each other. And like these guys are hypocrites. And it's like, that's it? That's all you got from it?
Well, and that's why like our mistake in doing that and Christians representing Jesus that way
Yeah.
creates this like in a naturalist worldview, people are just like, yeah, he was just a guy that said a bunch of really
Yeah.
cool stuff that I agree with.
Right.
And it's like,
yeah.
all right, well, he also died for your sins.
Right. Yeah. Which I mean, that is a critical piece. And
It is.
And it's actually why it's so critical is because what he did during his time on earth, during his ministry, sets up his death and resurrection.
Right.
And it's like, oh, what he set up during his ministry actually made that worth it.
Yeah. Yeah. And also it's like in some ways there were things that he needed to do to prepare for the death.
Yes. Yeah.
Like we even see that with things like Martha pouring out, right?
Yeah.
Or John the Baptist getting baptized.
Yeah.
Like there were things that Jesus actually had to do along the way.
Yes.
One big one is transfiguration.
Mm-hmm.
Like that had to happen.
Yes.
But that's a different episode.
It definitely is. Well, so I want to I say that, and now I'm going to pull us back a little bit.
Okay, cool.
So one of the things we talked about on our last episode was the command be fruitful and multiply
Okay, yeah.
and take dominion over the earth.
Yeah.
So I was curious.
Yeah.
And this is how you know I mean business, because I got my legal pad.
Oh. Well, covenants are legal binding.
Uh-oh.
Legally binding?
I
Legal
should've-
binding.
Should have checked my spelling.
I'm legally bound. I'm legally
bound to read this. So from my counting,
Okay. Yeah.
in the Old Testament, we see the command, God commanding people to be fruitful and multiply 23 times
Oh, cool.
throughout the Old Testament.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, that's actually significant.
That's a lot more than I would have guessed.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like we think of Genesis in the
Right.
beginning, and it's like, cool. And then like Noah, and then like that's it.
Mm.
And it's like, no, actually, he said it a lot.
Yeah.
And I think what's interesting about that, because it kind of goes to...
Well, my mind goes to Adam and Eve right away.
Yes.
And then after that, I'm like, I actually couldn't pinpoint anywhere else.
Yeah.
Like even you say Noah, and I'm like, did it actually say be fruitful and multiply?
Yeah.
And then go into what we talked about with Abram, Isaac, and then Jacob. It's like he's like, come on, guys,
like get it together.
kickstart this whole thing.
And we see that through some of like the minor prophets and like all throughout.
Oh, cool.
Which is cool. Yeah, and I what's fascinating to me about that is, he didn't change his mind.
Right.
And that it's like he's like, no, this is like why you're here.
Yeah.
He's like, I want you to fill the earth, and I want you to rule it, to take dominion over it.
Yeah.
Because even when we look at it, it's like, so like to answer that question we've talked about in previous episodes, it's like, well, we're his earthly representatives. Yes. We even see that reflected in the 10 Commandments, which is like, don't take the Lord your God's name in vain.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, it means like, don't say you're his representative. I mean, on a side, like, more, it's like, yeah, don't call yourself a Christian and then break every command that he told you to follow.
Right. Yeah.
That's taking his name in vain.
Yeah.
And so it's like, well, he wants his people, God's people, to rule the earth. Because that's why he put us here.
Yeah, to be fruitful and to multiply.
Yeah.
Yeah. To take dominion over the earth.
Yeah.
Right.
And so what's fascinating about that is there's a slight shift or a slight refocus in the New Testament.
Wait a minute. I was about to make a joke of like, some would say our birthright. And then I thought about Esau and Jacob.
Yeah.
And how the birthright from Esau, the firstborn, to Jacob is stolen.
Yes.
But it's through Jacob, who becomes Israel.
Yeah.
That the birthright of be fruitful and multiply through your line in many nations didn't happen through Esau.
Yeah.
It happened through Jacob.
Yeah.
Who stole the birthright of the firstborn.
It's kind of crazy.
It is.
It's kind of crazy to think about that. Yeah.
Also, over and over again through the Bible, it's not the firstborn.
Right.
Which would be the world tradition. Like the worldly tradition or the pagan tradition, or just in general, is like the firstborn always got the inheritance.
Yeah.
It's still that way.
Yeah.
But in Scripture, it's almost always not the firstborn.
Not the first.
Yeah.
And oftentimes it's the youngest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we see that even with David.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh yeah, he was the youngest one.
Right. Well, and that's
we see
why,
with Joseph as well. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's funny because like Jesus is called the firstborn of creation.
Yeah.
But that's a born again statement. So his glorified body, the resurrection.
Yeah.
Firstborn of creation. So, but he's also the second Adam.
Yeah.
Right? The second Noah. He's the second someone else. David.
That's I was like, wait, we just said the name. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's the second one.
Right.
Firstborn of creation. It's like, it's just a funny.
Well, it's
like everything that you think it would need to be, it's the other.
And that's one of those things that I love about Scripture. Because it's like, it's some of those small things right there where it's like, okay, so, who was the first to be given dominion of the earth? It's like, well, it was humans.
Right.
It was mankind.
Yeah.
And then what happened is like, well, we messed it up. So someone else had to take it to do it right.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, that's what we see with Esau. He messed it up.
Yeah.
And then it was through Jacob that command lived through.
Right. Yeah.
And it's like, that's awesome, actually.
So 23 times in the Old Testament?
Yeah.
Okay.
So in the New Testament, we don't see that there's a shift. So it shifts from like a physical to a spiritual. And I think that's actually really, really significant.
Yeah.
But in the New Testament, we see that equivalent phrase 14 times.
Okay.
So it's like, okay, so we're looking at a total of, 37 times.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, so I feel like that means something.
Right.
Because he says it not one time.
Yeah. That's kind of cool, though, in the sense that you see a clear shift from Old Testament to New Testament.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where it moves from the natural space to the spiritual space.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that kind of sets a lot of things up.
Absolutely.
Right?
And it's like to just answer it here, in short, there is the biological birthright that mankind was given.
Right.
and then they gave it away,
Yeah.
or we gave it away.
Yeah.
I'm part of mankind.
That's true.
And it's like, yeah, we gave it away.
Yeah.
And then Christ said, well, Jesus said, I want my people.
Yeah.
God said, I want my people.
Yeah.
But in the New Testament, we see that shifting from his people isn't just like a physical thing, but it's like, okay, who are his followers? He chooses to follow him.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, and it's not bound to Israel.
Yeah, where they live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's spread out to who is a follower of me.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's a beautiful shift to see it that
Yeah.
way.
And it's one of those to get kind of to the end quick, and then I'm going to jump back out again.
Okay.
Is like, and that wouldn't be possible without Christ's death and resurrection.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, to make that shift from physical to spiritual.
Yeah.
Because the thing
Yeah.
is like we were like the earth, God creates the earth not for the intent of destroying it. Like he doesn't create the earth to then go, all right, cool, you guys have been here long enough, I'm just going to destroy it now.
Yeah.
Like the whole point was that it was created for Jesus, by him and through him.
Yeah.
And then we were given the assignment as part of creation from the earth to be fruitful and multiply and steward
Yes.
one of God's creations,
Yeah.
which was the earth.
Yeah.
And then we didn't do that.
Right.
So then God in his infinite grace said, okay, well, I don't want you to be destroyed along with the earth.
Yeah.
So I'm going to find a way to redeem you.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do that through Jesus, who will then give you resurrection and life. So when the earth passes away, your dust that is part of the earth will pass away.
Yeah.
But you will not.
Yeah.
You will remain with me.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
It's cool.
Because we weren't, that wasn't that's not what was supposed to happen.
Right.
And then it did. So God made a way for us to continue.
Yeah.
Even though what we were created for is corrupted, he still decided to save us from the corruption. Because in reality, we are just dust from the earth.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So the fact that God has value in that the dust of the earth was corrupted, let me save humanity and then destroy the earth, make a new earth and new heavens in order for them to do it the proper way. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that is because of the status that he gave us of being in the image of God.
Right.
And it's like, well, yeah, and we can talk a lot about this, but it's
Right.
like, yeah, so we're not the only ones that are God's representatives.
Right.
There were others too, or there are others that are supposed to be.
Yeah.
And they messed it up too.
They did.
I mean, we talk about Deuteronomy 32 all the time, and that's what I'm talking about here. It's like, there are his earthly representatives, which is what we're supposed to be, and then there is heavenly representatives that go out and do whatever they do.
Yeah.
And some of them, he said, I need you to help take care of these guys because they're not doing great.
Right. Yeah.
And they messed it up too.
Yeah.
And then brought us along with them.
Yeah.
So it's like,
come on, guys.
Everyone's just messing up.
Come on, guys. Get it right.
Come on. But yes, there's that value because of the status that we've been given.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
which is cool.
Tell me about Jesus.
Yeah, so and this is not a new thing to say, but like when we parallel the life of Jesus with the history of Israel, we do see that like in every place that Israel failed, Jesus succeeded.
Right.
I mean, some of the easy ones to look at are like the wilderness.
Okay.
Where it's like, okay, so here are the Israelites, 40 years in the wilderness.
Yeah.
And they're complaining. They're worshiping golden calves.
Yeah.
And it's like everything but following the Lord.
Yeah.
And then we see Jesus, who is 40 days in the wilderness.
Yep.
Who succeeds through temptation.
Yes.
And being faithful to Yahweh throughout the whole time.
Yeah, and temptations that mirror what was going on in the wilderness for 40 years.
Yes.
Things like water from the rock or manna from heaven.
Yeah.
Like, and then, and then angels to guard around them,
Yes.
around him, and
Yeah.
there's all that.
Which there's amazing parallels even inside of all that
Yeah,
to jump into.
yeah,
So I think that's cool, but like overall when we look at it, it's like, okay, so what all did Jesus do? As far as like just big hits.
yeah. Well, I mean, what did he even do while he
What
was
did he
here?
even do?
What did he even do?
So like we just talked about, it's like, well, he conquered temptation to sin. Because we see that throughout his life, he never gave in to sin.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's an important thing too, even with that. It's like, well, he's Jesus. He wasn't actually, it's like, well, temptation means that it's something you want to do that you shouldn't do.
Yeah.
So it's like, otherwise it wouldn't be a temptation. If I don't want to do that thing,
Yeah.
it's not a temptation.
Yeah. And I want to say it's like Philippians 2, but that he emptied himself to the point of death, even death on a cross.
Yeah.
So it's the idea that like that Jesus was so human
Yeah.
as he emptied himself. He did everything and humbled himself, became a servant.
Yeah.
In order, even to the point of death on a cross. So it's like going through all of the physical pain and the shame and the hurt and all the things that we would feel and experience, and the things that are physical punishment and judgment upon humanity for the things that they've done.
Yeah.
He took all that.
Yeah.
And experienced it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, that even inside of that, that's one where it's like he says himself, he's like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
He's like, can I not do this?
Yeah, will you take this cup from me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But instead, in light of that, in the face of that, he still is like, no, this is what I have to do, though.
Right.
He very well could have just ran away.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, so he did that. There's I'll call it social stigma.
Okay.
As far as like, yeah, he broke some of the cultural traditions and gender norms.
Okay.
And as far as like, oh, I'm going to heal somebody on the Sabbath.
Oh, I guess.
Or I'm gonna talk to this woman at a well.
I wasn't
or
sure
I'm
what
gonna
you were going to say.
I know. That's why I was like, it's kind of a
Jesus also
potentially
broke some
charged
gender norms.
Yeah.
Hey, did you know that Jesus broke gender norms? Pretty cool.
Call me Jacita.
You know what he did when he broke gender norms? He talked to a woman.
Which is horrifying to many men.
Many men.
Many men.
Oh. Yeah,
So-
and that is crazy. But not just but not just a woman,
Right.
but instead a woman, like he showed grace for a woman caught in the act of adultery.
Yeah.
He spoke to a woman at the well of Jacob.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And she was on her like 7th husband.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they weren't married yet, so 7th, boyfriend, and then
Yeah.
and she was a Samaritan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which was not.
It's a big no-no.
They weren't pure Israelites
Yes.
because of the Babylonian and Assyrian occupation
Right.
of that region.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's like we see him like essentially just breaking down some of these boundaries.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like that's a big one that we see.
Yeah.
He liked to call out the Pharisees for their hypocrisy.
He did.
Like these are the things we love to talk about because they're right in front of our face.
Yeah.
And one of them that I think is probably like still in line of what people talk about. It's probably like more on the outer edge of it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like the way he talked about death is he kind of removed some of that fear of it. I mean, because even when we look in the Psalms,
okay,
especially the Psalms of David, where he talks about going down to Sheol, he's like, "Don't make me go there."
Yeah.
And I mean, it's fascinating on one hand because, and we've talked about this on other episodes. It's like, yeah, humans weren't meant to be there.
Right, it wasn't made for us.
And we see even Jesus in Matthew.
Yeah,
I believe it's Matthew, where he talks about, he's like, yeah, hell's made for the devil and his angels.
Yeah, which is important because Matthew is written specifically to a Jewish audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's true.
And so it's like the way he talks about it, even in some of the stories that he tells.
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, he kind of reframes it.
Yeah.
And it's against how people thought about it.
Yeah.
But the big one that I think is the biggest power move and the biggest thing that Jesus conquered was a spiritual battle, which is why we see that shift.
Mm.
And it's like, okay, so who's he really waging war on? It's like, well, yeah, he was showing up to humans and being like, yeah, you guys missed it.
Right.
Like, and that's the stuff that we love to talk about because it's for us.
True.
And it's in front of our face.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, but what else did he do? It's like, well, he exercised authority over other gods and demons.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that's huge.
Yeah.
Even when we look at it, it's like, it was a massive deal that he cast out demons.
Yeah, it was.
And we've learned because of the Dead Sea Scrolls where we see Psalm 91. It was like an exorcism psalm. And so it's like, okay, so these things were like within tradition, but the fact that Jesus is like, yeah, I'm doing this.
Right.
And I'm not doing it the way that you guys thought it was supposed to be done.
Right.
And
well,
it's like,
and one of the ways he did that was he would declare people cleansed or that they had received salvation.
Yes.
Not just you have a demon cast out of you, but your sins are forgiven.
Yeah.
Which only Yahweh could do.
Right. And it's like, that's some big boy authority you're taking on there.
For sure. It's blasphemous.
Yeah.
Like to the Jews, that was blasphemous.
Absolutely.
Because you would be saying you are Yahweh.
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying that.
He's like, yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
That's what I'm doing, dude.
Ding, ding, ding.
I'm here.
It's a me.
Here's some fish. Eat up.
I think that's one of the interesting things that we see, is because there's this period of time where, in the Old Testament, we see this through line of these other gods exercising authority over nations.
Yeah.
And so at this point, when Jesus enters, it's like pretty rampant.
Yeah.
And it's been kind of like consolidated. And we actually see that throughout the Old Testament as it builds. I mean, in like Deuteronomy 32 is kind of the setup to that. And then even we see in Psalm 82 where we see them, the psalmist, rebuking these other gods for how badly they're ruling other nations.
Yeah.
And it's like, you guys aren't doing good. Like you're wicked is what you are. And then in Judges and then in Daniel, we see these same stories where it's like, yeah, these figures have authority and they're abusing their power.
Yeah.
They're going against the command that Yahweh gave them.
Yeah.
And so here we are in Rome, or in the Roman Empire.
Okay.
That's more appropriate to say.
Right.
Which is very known for its paganism.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
And so there's these very solidified other god authorities.
Right.
To the point where it's like, it's probably not weird for a lot of people.
Yeah, true.
You know, it's like, that's just what's going on.
Also, they are in the land of Canaan.
Yes.
And in the land of Canaan, there are regions around the area, and then also people who were allowed to stay.
Yeah.
That were not intended to stay. And so you have these regions, particularly around Jerusalem, that have remained pagan worship.
Yeah.
But in the tradition of the Canaanites. That is highly problematic.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, the big thing with that is, and we see this, I think it's in 1 Kings, where there was a foreign soldier that came and received healing.
Okay.
I can't remember the guy's name right now. And so when he was healed, he was like, oh, I see the power of Yahweh. And so he's like, yeah, I want to take some dirt to bring it back to where I live.
Yeah.
So I can worship Yahweh on his soil.
Oh, yeah.
Because he understands that there are these cosmic boundaries.
Yes.
And when he's in his land,
yeah.
I mean, we see even David talk about this when he's fleeing from Saul.
Yeah, he longs to be.
Yeah, he's like, don't push me outside the boundary.
Yes.
And it's like, because if you're in these other territories, it's like, well, you're under the ruling of another god.
Yeah.
And so even the soldier, when he's like, let me take this dirt, and he's like, and when I'm in this land and I've got to serve my master, the king, he's like, I'm going to have to worship this other god with him.
Right.
But I don't mean it. He's like, don't hold it against me.
Yeah.
He's like, I just don't want to die.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like, it's a real struggle.
Yeah.
And these things are building up, and it's very normal.
Right. Yeah, because there's a spiritual boundary. Like even in the Old Testament, they're acknowledging this spiritual boundary where Yahweh says, "This is my land, this is my inheritance."
Yeah.
But then, as the Israelites continue to be disobedient to the word of God, He kicks them out of the land.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
He pushes them out of the promised space because they're breaking covenant with Him.
Yeah.
And so they're being bad representatives of His name.
Yeah.
And so then they don't get to reap the blessing and the benefits of what Yahweh has to offer for them.
Yeah.
And so like that's where like that gets corrupted more and more over time. And that's where like when Jesus steps in, he's reclaiming the spiritual boundary.
Yeah. And I think what's cool about that is where he starts.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, he's in the promised land.
Right.
And so it's like, oh, it's actually, and that's part of the ministries we see from the apostles. It's like, no, we'll start here.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we spread out.
Right.
To be fruitful and multiply.
Yeah.
And so it's like, okay, so Jesus is in his land.
Yes.
That Yahweh chose to be his back in Deuteronomy.
Yeah, born in the city of David, Bethlehem.
Yeah. And so like back then in Deuteronomy 32, we see Yahweh say like, yeah, this is my land.
Right.
For my people.
Yes.
And so Jesus is born into that land.
Yes.
Which has been given over to other people, other gods that have taken rulership over that. Mm-hmm. He's like, no, I'm going to reclaim this.
Yeah.
But it's cool because of how he does it. And it's because, and this is the interesting thing, is because the people then, they're still looking at these physical boundaries.
Right. And
they're thinking, oh, we're going to go back to how it was.
Right, exactly.
But Jesus is saying like, no, we're not doing that anymore.
Right.
Because that wasn't working. And also, that's not even what I want.
Yeah.
We see that in the prophets, in Isaiah. And he's just like, yeah, that's not what's going to end up happening.
Right.
We're taking the whole thing back.
Yes.
So Jesus...
And by the whole thing, not the land of Israel, but the whole earth.
The whole earth.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, trying to go back to where we're supposed to be.
Yes.
And he's like, let's bring it all the way back.
The whole earth is filled.
I like that.
Do you know that song?
No, I don't think I know that.
It's glory. What is that? I don't know. Maybe Darlene Check. We'll see.
I like it.
Let me know in
when
the
we
comments.
get flagged for it. We'll know.
Yeah. I don't know if that was the original key. Probably wasn't. But yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so the spiritual boundaries.
Yeah, so we see how, and it's cool how Jesus signifies it. And I think one of the biggest moves outside of the miracles that he was performing.
Yes.
And the exorcisms that he was doing.
Yes.
And it's like, because they recognize his authority.
Yes.
They're like, what are you doing here? It's not your time yet.
Yeah.
Like, you're not supposed to be here.
Right.
But I think one of the big pivotal moments is his entry into Jerusalem. Because that also tips off the whole path that we see to his crucifixion. And because it's like, it kind of made him mad.
Yeah.
And so it's not, it shouldn't be shocking to anyone. And it wasn't to them. That's why they said Hosanna.
Right.
Of even how Jesus entered Jerusalem.
Yeah, because that's what was prophesied.
Yeah. But it's also more than just that.
Also, didn't Judas Maccabee come in on a donkey?
Oh, did he?
I think he did.
I actually don't know that.
Yeah. Which wouldn't
be surprising.
The temple.
Yeah, that wouldn't be surprising.
Yeah.
Yeah, so because what's interesting, because this even parallels back to 1 Kings with Solomon's coronation.
Yes.
Because David said, hey, take my mule and ride it throughout the city, and people will declare like, oh, you're the king.
Yes.
you're the legitimate king.
Yeah.
And so a mule, a donkey, a colt, it's a young donkey.
Yeah.
It's like they weren't this lowly animal.
Right.
It wasn't just like, oh, this is just some cheap transportation.
Right.
It's like, no, these were like royal steeds.
Yes.
So when Jesus walks in, he's not signaling I'm humble. He's signaling, no, I'm a king.
Yeah.
And so when the people see that, that's
in the
why,
tradition of David.
Yes.
And Solomon, yeah.
So when the people see that, like, they know who Jesus is. They've
Yeah.
heard about him. And they're like, oh, now he's doing this?
Right.
Like, okay, like, Hosanna, this is him.
Yeah.
But they're still in the mindset of the Israelite nation.
Yes.
In not what Jesus has been saying he's going to do the whole time.
Yeah. And, like, this is definitely another episode, but
Yeah.
just to briefly hit, because you kind of hit on it, but I want to stop there for a second.
Okay, yeah.
And say, okay, Jesus didn't just run into random people at random times and be like, okay, just be healed, get out of my way.
Yeah.
If you pay attention, he's going to very specific areas in the land of Israel that are boundaries and their locations that are ruled by other gods and other spiritual spaces that have invaded the space of Yahweh.
Yeah.
And what he's doing is when he goes to, specifically goes to, like, anywhere and casts out demons.
Yeah.
He's taking spiritual authority back in that space.
Yes.
So he's not saying this land is actually ours. He's saying, no, you've invaded a spiritual boundary.
Yep.
And I'm saying, hey, I'm back.
Yeah.
Like, get out. Get out of here.
Yeah.
And he's taking back spiritual boundaries that have been invaded from the outside in.
Yeah.
In those spaces. So when he's doing that, it's a militant move.
Yes.
But it is only militant in the spiritual space.
Absolutely.
It's not in the physical space. I mean, we see the reflections of that, and in that, like, in the natural, you see things start to clean up.
Yeah.
But even Jesus himself said, "I came for the lost sheep of Israel."
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. And that's what we see. It's like when he's casting those out and he's signaling what he's signaling, he's basically saying, like, I'm going to remove their influence from this boundary.
Right.
And I'm calling you guys out on all your hypocrisy and the fact that you totally missed the point.
Right.
So that way you can start to see what I'm actually trying to do here.
Yes.
It's like, he wasn't, they were so caught up in the, I mean, they some of the questions they asked him, it's like, those were debates they'd had for centuries.
Yeah.
In the debates sometimes we still have to this day.
Yeah.
But it's like, they're trying to get him trapped in this, like, more intellectual debate,
right? Which
isn't unimportant.
Yeah.
But he's saying, like, that's not what my ministry is about.
Mm-hmm.
My ministry is a spiritual military move. So even going back to the colt, it's like it was unique also that it was a young donkey. It was a colt because that signifies new kingship.
Right.
And so he's like, I'm coming in and I'm telling you that I'm the king.
Right.
And I'm also the new guy in town.
Yeah.
Like, this is new.
Yeah.
This is happening.
Yeah.
And so, like, so what did Jesus accomplish? It's like, well, that's one of the biggest things that he accomplished. But what's fascinating about that, and this is why I think it's so important that he did those things before his crucifixion. And also, I mean, that was part of why they crucified him.
Right.
They're like, oh, man, he's trying to do some stuff.
Yeah,
And he is doing things. That's the other thing. It's like, it wasn't like he's talking about it. He's like, he's actively casting these things out.
Yeah.
So they're like, we need to get rid of him.
Yeah.
But what's interesting about it is he didn't, and this is going to sound really touchy for some people, potentially, so hear me out, is when Jesus was doing his ministry on earth before his death and resurrection, he was not worthy to retake the earth. Because we see that echoed in Revelation.
Okay.
Where it's like, no one is worthy to open the scroll. But then Jesus shows up.
Right.
Who had been slain and resurrected.
Yes.
And he's like, oh no, I'm worthy
to
open the scroll. Why is he worthy? It's like, well, it's because of his death and resurrection.
Yes.
Before that, he wasn't worthy to open the scroll.
Yeah, that's true.
Because he was not preeminent over all things. But after his resurrection, we see this in, is it Colossians? Or is it Corinthians? It might be 1 Corinthians. I should have wrote it down. Where it says that he is preeminent over all things, including death.
I think it'd be more Colossians, but yeah.
I think it might be Colossians.
Yeah.
But it's like that's an important thing though. He's the firstborn among the dead.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, before that he wasn't preeminent over everything.
Right.
But after his resurrection he was.
Well, and even the temptation of the devil in the wilderness saying, hey, you can have all of this.
Yeah.
He's not saying like you can be the king. He's saying the spiritual authority that you're about to come disrupt.
Yeah.
I actually can give it to you because I've already invaded that space.
Yeah.
And Jesus is like, no. I'm going to take what's rightfully mine.
Yeah.
And it made me also what you were saying made me think about the fact that like the Jewish Sanhedrin, so the council of the priests and the rabbis that are together in that space that actually accuse Jesus, because and the way that they accuse him is like they're like, hey, Caesar, he's trying to take your throne.
Yeah.
And Caesar's like, he doesn't seem like much of a threat to me.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, he's trying to take your throne. He's saying things of a false Caesar. And he's like, I don't think that's what's going on here. And they're like, no, we don't want a king other than Caesar, right? And Jesus is like, okay, you guys said this before.
Yeah.
You guys said this way back in the day before Saul.
Yeah.
I'm your king.
Yeah.
And you wanted a king like every other nation.
Yeah.
And so I gave you Saul.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm here again, and you still don't want me as king.
Yeah.
And what does Caesar do? He writes King of the Jews.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Which is like,
yeah.
Whoa. So he recognizes the spiritual space and writes King of the Jews above. And they said, they're like, no, he's not our king.
Yeah.
And he's like, no,
he is.
King of the Jews.
Yeah.
The original what Yahweh was in that space, which is beautiful.
That's cool.
And he doesn't say like, after all of that, he doesn't say like, all right, and then now since you're my disciples, like I've been resurrected and I can come in and out of walls, which is pretty cool.
We should talk about that. That's actually a whole episode right there.
It is, yeah. Yeah. It's like, now that I can do all that, it's like, he's not like, all right, now go in and take Caesar's spot.
Yeah.
Like, no, what he says is go into the earth.
Yeah.
Go into all the earth.
Yeah.
And proclaim the good news.
Yeah.
That you don't have to be afraid of the spirits of the air anymore.
Yeah.
Because we are now ruling and reigning.
Yeah.
And you'll take those spaces in my name, and you'll go where I haven't gone.
Yeah.
You'll take me there.
Yeah.
That's the whole, like, you'll do greater things than I've done.
Absolutely.
Well, in what way? Well, he came for the lost sheep of Israel. The whole point was to retake what Yahweh said was his. Yeah. In the spiritual space.
Yes.
And then what happened? His spirit gets poured out on the earth, and he goes, hey, by the way, what I was coming to take back wasn't just this one region. It was the whole thing. Yeah. I'm reversing Deuteronomy 32.
Yes.
It's this.
Yeah.
Now I'm taking over the whole earth.
Yeah.
And how does he do that? Through the church.
Mm-hmm.
By the Spirit.
Yeah.
So it's no longer about Israel anymore. So what land is sacred? The whole earth.
The whole earth is. Yeah.
So Jesus is not, like, it's not about that. It's
right.
The whole earth.
I mean, 'cause it's interesting because even if you look at the kingdom of Solomon, which was very vast.
Yeah.
Physically.
Yes. Yes.
And then we see how the spiritual influence overtook him.
Yes.
And brought Israel to where now they're being ruled by the Roman Empire.
Yeah.
Through a lot of things happening.
Yeah, he opened the door.
Yeah.
For everything.
Yes.
Like literally
and it was
everything.
Pretty big downfall.
Yes.
It was a very slippery slope down.
Yeah.
And then we see kind of an echo of that through Jesus, who's like, okay, we're going to do that, but we're going to do it in the spiritual way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even the point when they try to call him out. It's like, well, who do we, pay our taxes to?
Oh, right.
And he's like, look, I don't care.
Yeah.
Give to Caesar what's his.
And he was like, guys, I've been talking about fish this whole time.
I'm really hungry.
Go get the fish. Look, open the fish's mouth, and what's in the fish's mouth is a coin.
It's some money.
And what's in the coin? What's on the coin? It's Caesar's face. Give him back his coin.
Now give him his coin. Give me the fish.
I want the fish.
That's my symbol, by the way.
Yeah, I love it. You will write it on your doorpost. You will create mosaics on the ground in your churches.
It'll be really cool.
You will make stickers and put them on the back of your car. What's a car? You'll find out.
Oh, give it time.
Actually, you won't find out. You will be long dead.
Don't write that down. But yeah, so I guess to answer the question, which I think is cool, like, so what did Jesus even do when he was here?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we do see where he invades those physical spaces,
Mm-hmm.
and he addresses the temple, the church at the time, the followers of Yahweh,
Right.
and he's like, guys,
Yeah.
no.
Right.
And then he showed them, like, no, this is what I'm doing,
Yeah.
because this is what I've been talking about the whole time.
Right.
And they still missed it.
Yeah. So he goes through while he's there and reclaims the spiritual ground
Yes.
that was rightfully Yahweh's back in
Yeah.
Deuteronomy 32.
Which is cool, because when you look at that, it's like, well, Deuteronomy 32, God claims the land of Israel.
Yeah.
And so Jesus does retake, in a spiritual way,
Mm-hmm.
the boundaries of Israel.
Yes.
But then because of his resurrection, he's like, now we can take the rest of it.
Yes.
Because that portion was already his.
Right.
There were just some other invaders occupying it.
Yes.
He's like, no, you don't belong here. This actually belongs to me.
Yeah.
And now yours belongs to me too.
Yeah. Which is why, like, you kind of see it's like, did Pentecost have to happen? Yes. The Spirit of God
Yeah.
had to be poured on the earth so that each one could be filled with the Spirit in order to speak and proclaim the gospel
Yeah.
with boldness.
Yeah.
But the apostles already had that ability by Jesus' authority pre-Pentecost.
Yeah.
So it already started with Jesus after the resurrection.
Yeah.
The Spirit of God at the day of Pentecost being poured out on the earth allowed it to happen outside of just the apostles and spread into the church, and then that would spread across the whole earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's cool.
awesome.
I liked it. It was a fun.
Can I finish with a thought that, like,
No.
okay.
What's your thought?
3. and I don't think you see this coming, but I feel like this is actually, like, kind of a cool way to think about this.
Yeah.
So in John 2, John, the Synoptic Gospel, chapter 2, don't know why I had to say Synoptic Gospel, says, on the third day there was a wedding at Cana in Galilee, and the mother of Jesus was there. Jesus also was invited to the wedding with his disciples. When the wine ran out, the mother of Jesus said to him, they have no wine. And Jesus said to her, woman, what does this have to do with me? My hour has not yet come. His mother said to the servants, do whatever he tells you. Now, there were 6 stone water jars there for the Jewish rites of purification, each holding 20 or 30 gallons. Jesus said to the servants, fill the jars with water. So the water was for the purification rites of the Jews. He says, Jesus says to the servants, fill the jars with water. So the wine jars, fill it with the purification water for the Jews. And they filled them up to the brim. And he said to them, now draw some out and take it to the master of the feast. So they took it. When the master of the feast tasted the water, now had become wine, and did not know where it came from, though the servants who had drawn the water knew. The master of the feast called the bridegroom, and said to him, everyone serves the good wine first, and when people have drunk freely, then the poor wine. But you have kept the good wine until now. This is the first of his signs Jesus did at Cana in Galilee, and manifested his glory, and his disciples believed in him. He was not the first wine, he was the second.
Yeah.
He wasn't he wasn't
Hmm.
the first Adam, he was the second
Yeah.
Adam. And what was the water? It was purification water, meant to purify the Jewish rites. And he took that water and turned it into wine, the better wine for the wedding ceremony.
Yeah.
And what do the Pharisees say to Jesus? They say, "Hey, how come your disciples don't fast and pray and or fast and withhold from drink the way that John the Baptist do? How come they don't do that?" And Jesus' response is, "Well, if the groom's at the party, it's time to drink wine."
Yeah.
So he's like,
Yeah.
"I don't think you understand who I am. You haven't figured it out yet.
I'm kind of a big deal.
The groom's here.
Yeah.
We drink.
Yeah.
We have the best wine.
Yeah.
We partake in that because we're celebrating right now because I'm here.
Yeah.
Once I leave, then you can fast. While I'm here,
we're celebrating.
We're celebrating."
I like that. That's cool.
Because it's the second Adam's first arrival.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then he will one day come back in glory.
Yeah.
Which is...
That's cool.
And that's his first miracle.
I like that. Yeah.
Right? That's the first way. And then it says, and his disciples believed in him. But that also happened where? It happened at Cana in Galilee, which is pretty important spot.
That's important.
The land of Canaan, the Sea of Galilee.
Bum, 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 bum.
I think we know.
You know.
So
we know.
What did Jesus even do while he was on the earth? He took it back. 3, 2, 1.